Uh, Welcome to the session web security. So for this session we are discuss about cryptography. So for security means it's contain lot of cryptographic algorithms. For this session we discuss about various cryptographic techniques and why it's needed and all. So first the cryptography. So why the cryptography is needed? So that cryptography protects data and information from unauthorized access as. So how it will be protect? So you see this diagram. So anti and song, they are transferring some messages from each other. So without transferring any techniques, encryption or decryption or any security mechanisms, anyone can see those messages. That third party person can see that message. But if you are applying some uh, cryptographic algorithms, it's very to uh, hard to prevent from the third party attacks. So now you go for first you check this. So that basic technologies in that cryptography is encryption, decryptions and ciphertext and plain text. So first source, the source means the center. So that center having some security keys like a secret key. From that secret key he can and modify the original message. Okay, so that original message is a plain text and he can modify the data. So that process it's called encryption. So that modified data called as ciphertext. Next, in that receiver side, right, the same key is used to decrypt the encrypted message. It's called the decryption. Okay, after decrypting the encrypted message or ciphertext, next we get that plain text. So this is the basic cryptography. It functions. In cryptography commonly have two different types. One is symmetric cryptography and another one is asymmetric cryptography. So in symmetric cryptography, the sender and receiver can use both the keys. Yes. So the sender and receiver having the both the keys is to encrypt and decrypt the data. But if you are going for asymmetric cryptography, they are used different kind of keys. Yes. One is public key and private key. So that public key means so everyone knows about that public key. But private key is only that particular center and receiver only knows. So from using these two keys, they are performing that encryption and decryption mechanisms. So that's a asymmetric key cryptography. So here the public key can be freely distributed while the private key must be kept secret. This also allows anyone can to encrypt using the public key, but not only holds the private key can decrypt it. So the asymmetric key cryptography is often used for secure communication such as email encryption and digital signature. It's also used in some applications that require authentication such as passwordless logins. There are two main types of asymmetric algorithms. One is RSA and elliptic curve. So before going for that cryptographic algorithms, why we need cryptography is needed? So that security having some basic terminologies like authentications. So you have to authenticate that particular message. So what is that authentication? Whether that particular data or message, it should be come from that authorized users, and the authorized persons only access those data. So it ensures that authentications. Next, integrity. Next, availability. So these are all the things to do the cryptography. Next, cryptographic algorithms. So this session we are discuss basics of that cryptographic algorithms like AES, RSA, and secure hash algorithm. So that AES is a advanced encryption standard, asymmetric encryption algorithm that's considered to be very secure. Then RSA is a asymmetric encryption algorithm that's widely used for securing communication and digital signatures. And secure cache algorithm is a family of cache functions that are considered to be very secure. In these three algorithms, why I chosen these three means, so it's have different types of algorithm encryption method. So that first AES symmetric key algorithms. So in that symmetric key encryption techniques we discussed, only one key is used for both encryption and decryption. Hence, so RSA algorithm is a asymmetric key. So here two different kinds of keys are used. Just one is public key and another one is private. For SHA, it's a different from that symmetric and asymmetric. It's a hash function. So whatever the inputs you are given, so it gives the particular set of output. Like if you are given even 1 bit data, but the output will be finite set of length of data. So it's have different SHA 256 or SHA 512. For SHA 256 means it's given the output is SHA 256 bits of output. So this is basic. So how that working in AES? So that first the plain text and the keys. So first it's go to the odd round key. So next you have to substitute the bytes and shift rows, next mixed column. Then after nth key is added in the odd round key. So this for one round. So like that it will be performed that various rounds in that AES algorithm for each bit of data, and finally it produced that output. So these are all the various sub bytes and shift rows, mixed columns, then odd round key. So what are the things we are discussed? So that that steps was explained. So odd shifts, then shift rows, mixed columns. So after that you get that ciphertext. So here you can see that this is your final ciphertext for that plain text. Next, RSA algorithm. So in this RSA algorithm have three stages. First one is key generation, and second one is encryption, and finally it's a decryption. In key generation, the RSA algorithm uses two large prime numbers P and Q. So the product of these two prime numbers is called the modules N. So A public key and private key are the derived from this N. The public key is used to encrypt data, while the private key is used to decrypt data. So it's a standard. So in the asymmetric cryptography, the public key used for encrypting and private key is used for the decrypting of the data. So next, encryption process. To encrypt the data, the RSA algorithm uses a modular expansion operation. This operation writes the data to power the public key module of N. Next, decryption. To decrypt The data, the RSA algorithm uses same modular exponential operation, but this time it uses private key. So you see that for that encryption they are using that public key modulo n operations, but decryption they are used that private key modulo n operation instead of that public key. So these are all the stages in that RSA algorithms. So these algorithms, you have to choose two prime numbers p and q and calculate that n and calculate the pi of n, that pi of n equal p minus 1 into q minus 1 and encryption exponent, next decryption exponent, and you have to find that public key pairs and private key pairs. Next you go for that SHA, hashing algorithms family. So these are all the various hashing algorithms: SHA 224, SHA 256, SHA 384, SHA 512, and SHA 512 by 224, SHA 512 by 250. So that hashing algorithm, it's give whatever the inputs you are given, but it derive the set of output length for each inputs. So these are all the some examples. So here I explained that some basic things. So apart from that, there is lot of techniques used in that cryptographics. Yes, I think you are earlier you are studied in computer network and cryptography or cyber security and defense mechanisms. So those subjects maybe you are learned elaborately in that cryptography. So why I introduced this cryptography means you are going for secure anything, you must apply some cryptographic techniques for securing the data or anything. So thank you. These are all the self-assessment questions. You have to evaluate yourself. Thank you.